That is you.
Broadcasting live from the Shapiro room. Beat down Brown. Eddie B.
Dirty, dirty, dirty,
Dirty, dirty,
Dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty,
What's going on? Dirty 30, Beat Down Brown, and EDP. You must learn.
What's going on, family?
Chilling out, brother. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, same shit, different toilet. That's all.
Exactly. That second one you got for me right here is definitely the toilet bowl, brother. Oh,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3030, episode 29. Shout out to the Schwable Room. Shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to everybody coming through to check us out. We definitely appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Good looking out on being around for us and all like that. Ready to hop into it, man?
Let's get it.
All right. So first things first, a judge in Brooklyn said that you cannot, and she will not allow lyrics to be used in any proceedings.
And
So-
you got to set it up. Yeah,
Now,
set it up.
what it is this is in the case of rapper that is accused of being the trigger man for killing Jam Master Jay. But also, this can set a precedent that the legal team can kind of go back to for going in with the Slime
YSL.
Squad,
Yeah.
YSL. So, I mean, this is huge because you've definitely had rappers before that have gone away because of their lyrics. Once they've gotten out, they've had to either tone down or change careers or whatever because it's just
Mhm.
like, oh, that's a violation of your probation to even talk like that. And it's just like, okay, you're violating my freedom of speech with what's going on with what is actual life. But it was very interesting. If you could grab the judge's name real quick, it's on you if you can grab that. But what she did that made a major point was directly in that case, she was saying the vagueness, they were basically trying to set a tone of culpability because of air quote gangster type lyrics. But like she said, nothing that this rapper spit was directly related to this crime in particular or any crime in general. It was just basically the general ethos of general hood rap aesthetic. And I thought that was it's a brown woman. So she's up there like, come on, miss me with that bullshit.
But it's a little different. And her name's is a Brooklyn federal judge, LaShawn Darcy Hall. She said they traced the
That's all.
evolution of hip hop over 5 decades. Like, okay, stop playing. First off, it is somewhat the same, but a little bit different with the YSL case. And first off, man, I can't believe it's been over 20-some years since we lost Jam Master Jay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that YSL is a little bit different. I put it in there because it's like, they both, one is allowed to use their lyrics and the one isn't now because this isn't a RICO case.
Right.
They hit YSL with a RICO, and in Georgia particular, they have a different. They could hit they could hit you with a RICO, and it's not federal. It's a
Right.
state. They hit them with a state RICO, which is completely something different. I think Georgia's the only one who can do that. Most RICO cases are federal, and I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's why they were like, oh yeah, we could use all this shit to get these motherfuckers up out of here. Young Thug and them. But yeah, this is crazy how the judge went through there. A judge of color who said, "Yeah, no, we can't. You know, you're not allowed to use lyrics." And it was like, okay, now y'all, y'all splitting the baby, in half now. With one case you can, and the other one you can't. But I get it. It's the fine print, and dudes got to
With
realize, where you do your dirt. Go ahead.
with looking at this, the one major thing that I look at with being able to or not being able to use lyrics,
Hmm.
Fat Joe said it best.
Yeah.
And he's like, rappers lie. He's like, and it can go on two ends of it. One, we know just as storytellers, life livers, and everything else, when we go and bring out analogies that we've actually seen in real life, sometimes you omit things just to protect the guilty. Let's be honest, it ain't to protect the
Bruh.
innocent. Like, hey, was
Yeah.
your boy there? Nah, he wasn't even there for that,
Nah,
man.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about
Yeah,
nobody.
I was talking about in general. If you would
Yeah,
happen to be there and there was
right.
baby oil and orange juice involved, this is what would happen. I'm not saying,
Allegedly.
hey, look, I'm not saying I was there. I'm not saying anybody I know is there, but I'm saying if you are going to mix those two substances,
Yeah.
then you probably might have been in a shake club.
Right,
I'm
like
just saying.
what Kat said, it's a little bit of water, baking soda, and a pot, and and all that. Like, I don't know the recipe, but I'm told that's what it takes, to do the, to make that mixture.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, this is crazy. This right here, so that YSL case, uh, they went after the whole clique. It wasn't just one person, so they try to go after the whole so-called organization slash rap group, but uh
I'm
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go to the famous quote to let cats know maybe they need to switch up how they spitting and what they spitting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go to MF Doom on this one.
Late
And
great.
MF
Mhm.
Doom, the late great MF Doom, he said, rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around and get your whole label sent up for years.
YSL. But that's what this we're talking about, our generation.
Yeah.
Now you got these cats, they're doing it and they're actually implicating themselves fully. The time,
Dude,
date. Oh, I
they're,
spent the block at 7:30, and you was out there, leaking, from your back. Like, what the hell? I mean, the exact details. What type
they're
of bullet?
shooting
What
they're
type of
shooting
car?
videos at
Yes.
where the crime happened. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm a rap
Yeah.
about the crime. Shoot a video where the crime happened.
Uh-huh. And
And
spin the block. Yeah. Yeah. It's different now, man. These guys are actually implicating themselves. And again, you know, uh, what was that they played? What YSL stands for, or pushing P is, it stands for pushing positivity or some
yeah,
crazy
now it's
shit.
pushing positivity now. Yeah. It's like, okay, dog. Yeah.
Bruh, for real.
It's
It's a different game out here now. So it's weird how on one end, but these guys are incriminating themselves because they dropping names, location, like you said. Poignantly that they're shooting videos where it happened. They're going
you
back
go
there. They're literally posting pictures of dudes, urinating on tombstones.
you, it's
Craziness.
all of it. This is what happens though with mass incarceration and taking the OGs off the block. Because the OGs used to keep this type of reckless behavior in check.
I can't just fully blame it on the OGs because you can't tell somebody anything when they high on perk, lean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why, at the family cookout, you can't fuck with your little cousin and them no more. You can't even rap to them. They too fucking far gone. It ain't the OG's fault. It's like, dude, we're not even on the same wavelength. We can't
Yeah.
even communicate. We don't speak the same language. It ain't like I don't love you or whatever, but nothing sinking in. These dudes, they numb to everything. They're numb to basic shit. Like, go outside. Yeah, we outside, and again, like dude was saying, like all I see is dudes hanging with dudes. They're not trying to do nothing else but post up with their homies. You
Yeah,
can't.
that's
There's no.
questionable, but and their
There's no.
homies is only trying to post up with them. You're supposed to
See
post up with your homies so you can post up with the softies. But
that part. Yeah, and that's not happening anymore. And that, like you said, it's some we lost a lot of OGs, you know, that went away, had to go, you know, go to camp for a little bit, and a lot of these kids are, you know, being raised by, you know, single mothers, and they're coming up awfully sassy, and yeah, you just you can't even penetrate that bubble, man. That's just what it is. It's like you look at them like, dude, don't. Nah, I can't even give you a ride home. You know what I'm
No.
saying? I don't know what time you on right now. I really can't. I love you, but I can't. I don't know how you functioning right now, fam.
And one thing I want to say to all these cats out here that's living that lifestyle right now, y'all looking at BMF, y'all looking at the Power Story, which is the flashback. That was our era. That's the 90s, dog.
Yeah, can't do
That's
that
the
no more.
90s, and
Yeah,
that's even the 80s. The
yeah.
reason why all that could happen was because there were no cameras, there was no social media. The turnover on incriminating your ass doing all this stuff is lightning fast.
Mhm. I mean, like,
We barely had dial-up during that era.
I wish these knuckleheads would just start watching the first 48, because half the, you know,
Yeah.
the way they solve these crimes now is through social media. Like, go to his page. What's his name? Oh yeah, you know, he has a unlocked account. There he is right there, and there's his homeboy. Oh shit, and there's the gun.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they just unfold
And
this
they
whole
you
within
didn't turn off tracking on your social media, so it gave the fact that you was in that box.
And they don't, you know, you got dudes who've been locked down 10, 15 years and don't understand how cell phone towers work. You know, I remember I watched one for 48 dude butt dialed after he did his dirt. And they had the, what you go like, dude, we
They
got
pinged you right there.
Yeah, we pinged you, and we got the message of what you was trying to do. You know, dudes not understanding the transaction of, you know, pawn shops. They need ID, and, you know, they give out receipts. Trace the motherfucker back. Like, dude, you tried to pawn this fucking ring that's been missing. We got the ring from the pawn shop. You know, and you gave him your license. You know, there's a bunch of dudes who've been gone, you know, a long time, and they come home and not understanding how shit is moving right now, how fast things move. Just one click, you're done.
So 2 words for y'all. First, don't do the crime, man. It's not worth it. It's really not. You think you're getting away with it. You're gonna pay with it with your life, or you're gonna serve life. It's one or the other. 2, get off the mic with that bullshit. Yeah, Brooklyn ain't letting it ride. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you get in homegirls court, but honestly,
just
find another way, man. Just
don't
do it. 2, shut up.
Well, you know, these cats, they can't, you know, it's like, why do dirt enough if I can't share it with the world? Not my, you know, immediate circle. I got to post that shit up, you know, on Instagram and everything else, so everybody could know who I am in these streets. It was like, man, there's one thing about the streets, man. They're going to be there.
They're going to be there. And the streets is a real place. The internet is not.
Nice. That's a t-shirt. Yes, sir. Say it again for the people in the back, man. God,
streets is a real place. The internet is not. So I don't need to talk about what happens in real life somewhere fake.
Man, spoken like an elder. God, that was a bar, man.
Man, all right, you done pissed me off with this one, man.
You should be. You should be. This is why I wanted for my homie streets gospel, you know, putting in work, but this dude, you know, he gets a lane. Go ahead, man.
I'm so mad right now. I might be more mad than I am at Montero's little sassy ass, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Shapiro's punk ass. Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Sat up here with fuck, I'm mad. All right, because I'm mad because people ain't even throwing the darts the way they need to throw the darts. And all right, so anybody doesn't know, punk ass Ben Shapiro, the dude who got slapped the fuck up on camera, rightly so, because he is a right-wing racist dog whistle bitch that talks shit all the time. Yeah, There's no decorum with this one. I'm
Okay.
going a trigger warning for your kids with language. It's going to come out right now because you got these flat out racist motherfucking trolls that literally they don't have a fight in the game, but they found a way to make money
Mm.
by just being asshole
Hijack.
racist.
Yeah,
They are
hijacking the culture for real.
yeah, and you're hijacking a culture that, in full honesty, doesn't love you. If they know your history, they don't love you. Like
Mhm.
your last name is Shapiro. Enough said. All them good old boys don't love you.
That's what make it so
It-
insidious. And I was like, dude, it gotta be spoke on because
they
this dude, he bumped all the, he's on billboards, man. He bumped everybody off. He got the #1 spot.
Well, here goes with the crazy part, because everybody is giving that punk ass motherfucker Tom McDonald with him a pass, and
Mhm.
Tom McDonald is more vile and insidious than fucking Kid Rock and everybody else that sits up there culture vulture style, and your ass. Somebody correct me if this motherfucker knows how to play a guitar or something like that. If he actually could have been a viable rocker, but obviously your ass couldn't be a viable rock star. So your ass grew up in the era where you,
Uh-huh.
like he said, I was listening to Pac and Big and all that other stuff. There's a whole lot of other hip hop out there besides that. But whatever the case being, you was a drug addict. So I want to get that clear first before we go into the lyrics and all they broke down. You was a drug addict, and this whole thing is you talking about I've been sober this long, I've been clean this long. Yeah, you was a perk and pill head, and that's what you were. You're also a motherfucking white supremacist that sits up there screaming all the dog whistle triggers to fuck with everybody and their grandmothers while stealing their art. That's the whole thing. How are you going to be up there talking about, oh yeah, I'm a right-wing rapper? No, you're a racist rapper. And you're rapping.
It's a
You're
difference.
stealing black culture.
Mhm.
You're stealing brown culture to go and spit your bullshit. Motherfucker,
And
go
the
pick up a guitar and start to learn how to sing country, man.
hey,
And I hope our boy Jelly Roll come for you if you try to do that shit.
that's what I was about to say. I was like, they took the reverse Jelly Roll route, because he started off, in the culture, then he flipped the script. He went on ahead and
But
was like,
he's
I'm
still about the culture.
yes, definitely,
He's
definitely.
Memphis to his
But
soul.
yeah, but these cats, they just jumped in and to show you how much how saturated the game is right now, man. They went #1 with no problem. I mean, they beat Timberlake, they beat Nicki, they beat all they knocked everybody off.
Well, here goes the whole thing about it. You're going for the young
Mhm,
Fox News supporters, the
mhm,
QAnon kids, all that stuff.
mhm,
You're going for, and that's what dude makes his bread and butter off of.
mhm,
Dude makes his bread and butter off of. I wish I could have been Eminem, but I really don't have any black people that like me.
right.
And what I'm going to do is just like Eminem, I'm going to say whatever to piss everybody off. But
Yeah,
M went through the culture. M is associated with the culture,
yeah,
and he doesn't. And he does stuff in general, but he doesn't do stuff. It's battle rap and culture forms of malicious,
yeah,
and then personal issues. But it's not malicious because that's the only way he could get on. He actually had the skills. He actually has the technique and everything else. But what happens is you get this dude, he sat up in his house with a copy of Fruity Loops and whatever else,
and
and
a
make
mic.
these
Yeah,
makes these whack ass half rock, half EDM, half bullshit arena rap bullshit tracks, and spits as much hate and vitriol as he can get off. And honestly, it's a case ain't nobody bothered to put hands to this motherfucker. And I will have to quote my father-in-law on this one because I know it would be a Faison Love situation. Yeah, I went there. This motherfucker be up there. He's tough talking, going to be all this shit. And then minute somebody puts hands on him, the next he's up there calling the police and I can't believe it happened. Shut
right.
your bitch ass up. You ain't nobody's real. You ain't nobody's tough. But what fucked me up is you're talking all this shit about we ain't promoting drugs, we ain't promoting guns, we ain't turning our kids into thugs, and we ain't promoting stripper poles. But you're an addict. We ain't going to Ben yet. Ben, of course, you ain't promoting none of that. Your wife says you already said your wife's never had an orgasm, so you don't know shit about pussy.
Hey,
So we gonna go there. Yeah, I told you, it's no
okay.
decorum on this one.
Yeah,
I'm going in.
yeah. Yeah.
Look, you said your wife has literally never had an orgasm. Words said by no man ever. But whatever the case be. So no, you couldn't possibly promote any of that stuff. You don't know a way around a woman's vagina. Then going back around to this dude here, you're a junkie. You're a junkie. So no, you're not promoting it now. You're buying it. Hopefully you stay clean. Get your challenge coin, kid. But then off of that, you sat up and you generalize. So you don't want your shit generalized. And you're talking real loud, but you're generalizing what hip hop is. You're generalizing what the culture is.
Right.
And you think it's cute. And it's just some fuck shit. And then you talk about we ain't promoting guns, but you're a MAGA hat cat. And all that stuff is promoting. And I was looking at other cats reviewing other material. You know, I do my homework.
Yes.
I knew he popped up before. And they're talking about, yeah, you're up there screaming Killdozer on tracks and talking about burning down Muslim encampments and all this other stuff. You're
But
a
not
thug.
not promoting
You wrap
violence.
it up in patriot, but you're a thug.
Right.
You make it cute. You use words. And they sat up with so many right-wing intellectuals trying to praise and pump up this song.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, it's bad when Pierce Morgan had first had McDonald on and talked with him. They hurry up and got him off the screen, and then brought in Talib Kweli and DJ Vlad. Okay. First of all, Pierce Morgan knew he was going to lose to Talib. And Talib is punching him in the face. And then he goes over to Vlad, and the first thing that comes out of Vlad's mouth is, I agree with Talib. so that Pierce off. And this is what makes it bullshit and dog whistle shit is, because the first thing Pierce did was baited Talib into saying that, Vlad's a culture vulture. And then rather than allowing Vlad to go back into why he agrees and why this is bullshit, where Vlad was going, he kept pushing him to sit on that culture vulture shit and everything else. He went and directed it, and Talib is calling him out for it. And then whatchamacallit was talking about, Pierce was talking about, oh, well, John Legend went and rewrote Baby It's Cold Outside because of the song sounds kind of, I can't use that word, sounds kind of sexual assaultish. And he rewrote that song, for the woke media. And so he's like, but he won't rewrite any of his friends' lyrics, and all the horrible things they say. And Talib once again punched him in the mouth. And before Vlad could validate what Talib says, he's like, you're talking about rewriting a Christmas song, which is for everybody, but you're going and saying that he needs to rewrite rap songs, which aren't for everybody, do have content warnings and everything else. And Pierce is up there like, oh, can't let this valid point go across. Can I hurry up and talk real quick and make Vlad pissed off?
See.
And it was horse shit, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to touch a nerve. This roughly got you, speaking out of pocket, on your normal vernacular. You normally keep it PG. But today it was like the gloves are off and I got to let my hands fly. And, I understand the frustration with this, because when I saw it, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But the only thing that really caught my eye was these motherfuckers are doing numbers. Those are real.
But it's off.
I know what it's off of, but
it's off the MAGA boys. The MAGA boys have an audience.
Yeah.
And having an audience,
and
it allows them to do the bullshit.
And that's what you got to pay. Yeah, you got to pay attention to that, because they have a lane. They have, they got eyeballs, ears, watching and listening right now. They're locked in, and it's like, God dang, these motherfuckers is they hot right now. What the fuck? I mean, they knocking off, the top tier, folks on Billboard, man. On Billboard. They ain't just crack it. These motherfuckers hit the top. That's different. That's what I was like. This is something different. This ain't just no Tekashi shit. This is something different.
What they caught right now is they caught all the good old boys that was mad about cats taking a knee and said they wasn't watching the NFL no more.
Yeah.
That's what they caught a hold of. They so these dudes don't even listen to this stuff. They're just saying whatever.
It's coming out unless it's coming out of, you know,
They,
those mouths or whatever.
I can guarantee you, if they bought if they bought this on iTunes or whatever like that, it has
Mhm.
never got one rotation. They just bought it to
Bought
be
it.
dicks.
Yeah, and
It's
that's the scary. This is what happens with elections as well. I've heard people say, "Oh, I voted for so and so because I thought it'd be funny."
or because I remember the name.
Yeah,
I
yeah, and you
remember the
know,
name.
we in
You
an
know,
election cycle. We damn near at war. We at war. You know, this is just, you know, adding fuel to all that shit. These are anthems. These motherfuckers. They hit their stride in the perfect storm. You know,
yeah.
that's all. Right now, especially right now, and it's crazy because they're going to profit from this shit hugely. They're going to profit. I mean, this song is going to be used at rallies. You know,
Mhm.
all through this shit, man. They found a lane, man. They found a fucking lane.
And what's funny is Shapiro has been on record on Twitter saying that rap is not real music, and
Mhm.
anybody who thinks it is dumb.
He said in his lyrics, he want this shit to go number one, and guess what happened? Yeah, he said that. He
It's
like, yeah, I did this shit for fun. I wanted to go number one, some shit, and guess what happened? You got, you know what, Nicki Minaj and them congratulating him for, knocking him off. Come on, man. Come
it's
on. Yeah.
it's disgusting. It is purely disgusting. And going back again to their lyrics about what they're not promoting, what they're not doing, and how
Mhm.
everybody wants to bring up how damaging and how rap commits crime and like that. Do you realize pre Gamergate, I don't know if you know about it, we'll make it quick. There's a bunch of female developers out there and reviewers that were talking about games, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers that once again are Ben Shapiro's and never knew how to work around a woman, decided that they didn't want to hear that, and got pissed off, and they started doing something that I didn't realize was a thing. They started swatting and doxing these women,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
literally had these women could have got killed. These women had death threats.
Mhm.
People had their personal information. You affected their mental health.
Yeah.
I bring all that up because I'm gonna go back to Toby Keith versus the Dixie Chicks. Another good old MAGA boy, a good
Yes, sir.
patriot. Sat
Patriot.
up there, and because in full honesty, we all know that particular war was wrong, and the causes behind that war was wrong.
Right.
And now the chicks went and
Yes, the
spoke out.
chicks.
One member spoke out about that. And Homeboy proceeded to dox her in the worst way, to the
Mhm.
point where forget destroying a career, you destroyed a person.
Yeah.
You had people giving death threats to a person in print ad, dog. It wasn't even internet. They were giving it to her in print, in letter form. They
Good
was
old boy
going,
style, man. Yeah.
yeah, the long way.
Yeah.
Oh, this is disgusting. And that's your good old country music right there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about not being able to use lyrics or whatever, and that same
Mm.
judge brought up, it's like, okay, for all these January 6ers and all these cats shooting brothers in their small towns, rolling around bumping, try that in a small town.
Yeah. Uh,
And look,
eh
if you want
hello?
to use lyrics, we got to use lyrics everywhere.
All the way around. All
Yeah,
the way
you
around.
on
It
your
shouldn't have to get a RICO. You should, this
yeah.
is defamation.
Yeah, it's like, so if you want to go there, we can go there. And that's once again a country song inciting violence, behaving like thugs, but you'll say, oh, that's the good old boy way. Oh, it's a patriot. And the one thing that I'll address in all of this is, because the first thing they want to say, being supposed intellectuals, is throw around that when you're supposedly woke, that it's feminine energy and all this other stuff to
Mhm.
go and do all this extra talk like that. But we know one thing about it is y'all doing extra talking and extra word rapping. You know, like I know, when you are in an argument with your significant other, God bless her, just like God bless mine. If you start going, you know that they will work the words around what you said, how you said it, how they felt about it, and work it in such a manner that you'll be like, fuck, I was a dick.
That
And
part.
that's what these cats are doing.
Yeah.
You do the same thing in all of your medias. You are absolute warmongers, hate-filled pieces of shit.
Mhm.
But you're saying, oh, rap is bad and it creates violence. What's going on? Y'all
And that's
just
your brand.
bombed how many
Yeah.
countries?
Yeah, and
Y'all
that's your
just
bread and
bombed how
butter.
many countries?
Right. But we the
Yeah.
thugs. Yeah.
We the
Yeah.
thugs.
Yeah, we the thugs. But yeah, because they don't think we understand how to, read between the lines. Like we understand, you're a warmonger. We understand that. We understand the dialect. We get what you're saying. And it's no different from what these so-called thugs are saying as well. It matches, that
Yeah.
country, that analogy you use with dude going after the chicks.
Yeah,
That
Toby
was,
Keith. Yeah.
Toby, that was in print. Come on now.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
just want to say something. If y'all don't understand where these assholes will flip shit and be on bullshit,
mhm.
I don't often throw out other podcasts real quick, but check out Hood Politics with Prop. He breaks it down where he's like, politics ain't nothing but gangbanging in suits.
That's it.
And he's
Same
got like
colors,
3
too.
seasons. And
Yeah.
I mean, when he talk about spinning the block versus going and doing war and everything else, I mean, homeboy is thorough.
Hey man,
So
they even have the same colors. Pick your side, fam.
oh.
Pick what set you claiming. I'll leave it at that.
And on that note, we thank y'all for coming down. EDP has killed y'all with that one. You talk about I had bars. You talk about I had bars. Good Lord. EDP done spent the block on him. He spent the block on him. All right. Holla. Love y'all. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Peace.
Peace.